Next day we got there and we were hunting a longer period of time. But after I'd been there about an hour, I saw a bear coming through the bush down one of the trails, and he looked pretty good. And he came up to a tree and stood up next to that tree. And I guess the guide had put some kind of spray or something on that tree because it was like he was marking his territory. He came up, and in just a second, his head went up and he looked back down the trail he'd come in on, took off, ran right under the stand, went about another 50 yards and turned around and started looking back toward the feed barrel. And I knew there was something else coming. You know, there was no way for that behavior, that wasn't happening. And the other bear, body-wise, he was a really big bear. He got up to the tree that the other bear had stood up on, and he did the exact same thing, stood up and sniffed around. And it looked like to me he was probably 1.5 to 2 foot taller than the first bear. He walked straight to the food barrel, and I couldn't get a shot. He never got broadside for me. When he got to the food barrel, he flipped around, and I was looking at his butt the whole afternoon. For 45 minutes he laid there with that barrel knocking feed out of it and headed straight away from me. Of course, I had my gun on him, the crosshairs on him the whole time, and I was beginning to think I was going to have to try to whistle or slap the stand or something to get him to turn where I could get a good shot. But he kind of turned, had a little quartering angle to it, but not much. I put the crosshairs on him, and when I watched the bullet hit, so I knew he was hammered. Found a little more blood and tracked him down. He went maybe 50 yards, and he was all piled up. I guessed at 325, and ended up it was 347 or 348, something like that. So accommodations are great. I'd put them at 5-star. I mean, the facilities wonderful. All of the help they're helpful. They take care of you. Cook is great. You eat well. I'm going to gain some weight up here, no doubt about that.